Reason number 153 of why UTEP is redefining higher education. Luis is always looking for new ways to increase engagement for his criminal justice students, including creating interactive crime scene videos. Can you tell us about that?
I used to have crime scenes, and I would ask the students to close their eyes as I narrated the facts of the case. And I would instruct them, I want you to reconstruct the crime scene as I'm sharing this with you. What I wanted to solve with the use of the videos was to fill the gap of students not otherwise maybe following instructions to close their eyes and visualize the scenario. By now having the video, there is no doubt about it. They are seeing it, and so they begin to be more participatory, more engaging.
Sounds great, but what did your students think? Let's ask Hania and Jeanette, two of Luis's students.
It was very explanatory, very educational for me because I'm more visual. They were more simple and straight to the point of observation-wise to get the details down.
Why do you think students prefer video in this case, Luis?
I think that video sometimes will just stay embedded in the person's minds to remember things and say, I may not have the definition, but I remember a video you shared with us, and I can tell you that that involved these crimes. And so that's retention.
It gives them more of an idea of what the example is more than what the definition is, because the example will show the definition, but it's more of an interpretation of the person.
I see students much more engaged from all sections of the classroom. It's not just that one student that has always participated. All of a sudden, there's more confidence by others now, raising their hand.
Without him telling us, we start saying what crimes they were on that scene, and so we got to interact between us.
It's very interesting, and I argue a lot with my other classmates.
Tell us about the moral dilemmas, Luis.
My moral dilemmas is another thing that I also use. Sometimes I just triggers, to just get students to think about, to be motivated, to think about things that normally would not be asked of them.
It sometimes causes a little bit of heat in this classrooms, but I think it's fun. I pretty much go let's do the opposite. I cause the problems, which is the greatest thing ever. We discuss a lot in those matters on what is the right thing to do in a hard situation, and it's very nice. I like it. In other classes, I seem very few people that participate, but in this class, we do participate a lot.
Any final thoughts, Luis?
Well, it's important to innovate because otherwise we stay stagnant. If I taught today in 2023 the way I used to teach back in the 1980s, students would be totally bored. So I have to stay current, I have to stay contemporary, I have to stay modern, and understand that the audience has changed 40 years to today.
Luis Arias, redefining education at UTEP. How are you being innovative in your classroom? Make sure to let us know.